Okay. Oh, I didn't update the thing yet. Okay, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. I spent some time working a bit more on the ROM hack. I gotta change something. This is gonna be our little secret. There you go. No, nah, man. When did this happen? No, it was going so well. Okay. This may turn into a coding stream. That's bad. Okay, if the ROM does not run, which there's a very real chance that it might not, then there will be problems. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we don't currently have a working game at the moment. I did not test this. So now we're going to have to do some experimenting. How's everyone doing, by the way? Very possible that this does work fine on other things, but let's... Oh, magic. So yeah, I've been working, I worked a bit on the menu. Should have all of the things that we need. I actually kind of like how this looks. So basically, you can specify toggle goofy, specify the level, and then you can specify the seed. So I've made it so that the 0 seed is completely random. So when you're, if you just want to practice, you can set the seed to 0 with, you randomize it with select, of course, like you normally can. But if you want to go back to random seed, you can press A, then select, and there you go. Now we can change to level 29. And yeah, I've been trying to be a bit deliberate about the color. I like this idea of like having like certain things be colored and like everything else be grayscale. So I tried, this is why I'm going for like the more gray palettes, and then making stuff like this stand out. I think it works. Eventually, I would like to experiment with making the background a bit nicer, like also making it so that this is more custom, but that requires art and skill and stuff that I do not have. So, but for now, I wanted to try level 29, so that's what we're gonna do. The goal is to like kind of see like with this current rule set, so it's a little softer than what we tested last week. But I think that could be exactly what we need. So let's just try it out. Of course, we do have a problem in that, like, I'm not good at 29 right now. Or... Man. Let's try out lineup for a bit. Let's see how let's see if it's like hard to get points. So if I've coded this correctly, then yes, it should transition. Oh, I forgot to code double kill screen into this. That's pretty easy, so... Okay, yeah, 50,000 points of penalty for like a total score of around 60k. How did you do the monochrome blocks? You just change the colors. And yeah, Andrew, I decided that I want to leave. I could fix the level numbers actually. I see X. The problem with the monochrome blocks is that we want to be using Nestress Champs on this. And you might imagine that Nestress Champs does not play nice with anything that is like just the slightest bit difference from normal gameplay. Oh my god, this is horrendous. Thought there weren't enough palettes? Oh! You'd be surprised. You go into... You open up the normal game in Messen, you go into the debugger, you look at the palette menu, and you can see that there are a ton of colors sets that are just like not used at all. 15 hertz minus 150, that is correct. So over the very scientific 2 role games, that I tried last week, it turns out both of them had like roughly the same cost, which would be about 170k, and accounting for the fact that the games are shorter, I thought that was like basically perfect. Finally pulling up to Boston, yes sir. Level up sound is fixed. Yeah. So what happened there is that I had fixed it earlier that day, before I even went live. But I fixed it on like a different version of this repository. So the way that this works is that I have this like, let's call it like the fractal code base. And the fractal code base is basically supposed to recreate the original Tetris as much as possible. So what I did for this ROM, and this is because I wanted to try out a new type of development, I copy pasted the fractal code base into the exhaustion code base. So what happened was that when I realized that the transition sound was bugged, I was like, oh, this is probably something that exists in the fractal code base. So I went and fixed it there. But because I only fixed it in the fractal code base, I hadn't copied it over correctly into the exhaustion code base. So actually, I think you had gone to sleep by this time, but I actually fixed it in the middle of the stream. Yo, what's good, CTL? Okay, I'm so happy you're here. I recently announced in my own server, and per Kingsman's advice, I will be announcing tomorrow in more public spaces. But we have decided to lock in the Boston dates. So the scary thing about doing this is that we don't know if Saturday is going to happen. And that is because like we waited, I think, multiple weeks by now for a certain department at MIT to respond, and they just haven't. So my goal is to eventually, I think now this hack is in a state where I could release it. Release it. Oh my god. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. It's not published yet, but it will be. This one is for free. Yeah. I might go back to 100, 200, 300, but I think this is reasonable. Dude, I cannot roll. I cannot roll right now. This is ridiculous. There we go. It's just technique. What I'm trying to test right now is what does it look like if you're trying to line out? And you can make progress, but it looks mostly determined by like how many triples you get. But it does create this like interesting effect where like you're going above and below. So now I think I'm pretty consistently gaining. But we'll see the full score in a bit. Okay. Are any tappers attending, Aaron? So yeah, this could have been like 100K, 120K just by lining up, but lining out. But because we have this like new mechanic, like 70% of it was gone. Is just gone. And also, Cobra, I did a stream last week where the ROM was essentially finished. So people are familiar with it. Rip Aaron. So the nice thing with Aaron is that since Aaron's like 15 hertz tapper, he's not going to be penalized as much as the rollers are. And he can get pretty similar paces to them when he's hot. So he'll be able to get a bit of an advantage there. 300 looks kind of punishing. Yeah, that's the point. The idea is that you should not need basically 100K per 100 lines, a little less. I think in practice. Like, I think I'm triggering more 30 hertzes because it's 29, so I'm naturally just like going faster. But yeah, a lot of this is pretty subjective. Still not decided on whether I want to stick with 100, 150, 300. I might go back to 100, 200, 300. This is a disaster, man. It's more penalty for 30 hertz. So this is the full table. So I could change this. Why penalize 30 hertz? So the idea is that I want like the loss of points to still matter if like rollers are like try to do like a more integrated hybrid style where they're dashing until they get really high up and then they switch seamlessly to roll. So the idea is that if you're higher up, then you'll be probably rolling faster overall. And so that is being penalized more just so that like these like smaller bursts are still like worth something in comparison to like something more sustained where like you're using rolling more, but maybe you keep your stack lower as a result. When you get the chase down and then you miss it because of the inputs, yeah, that's part of the situation. Dude, this is so shocked. Okay, one thing. Sitting on the cushion means I'm like slightly higher off the ground, so I think the angle doesn't work as well. Did Boston ever use NTC? No. I've been against it for the past couple of years, but that was when like the convention was that like it was difficult to set up and cause stuff that like would require troubleshooting. Zemp was pretty insistent that like it would go like very smoothly last year, and I overrode him on that just out of my own paranoia. But after like having experience myself and like seeing all the stuff that he's done with consistency, I'm more confident in it. The problem though is that this cannot work. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to have a different place where I can have consistent colors, because one of the problems with what I have right now is that the blocks in the statistics menu are like cool, like nice and monochrome, just to fit with the overall theming of the ROM so far. But Nestor Champs needs those to have colors in order to detect the colors on the board. 6K points for 30 lines of 29, yeah. I just want a Tetris! Oh, I think it's because of the pal. Rolling digs are... So, yeah, Nestor's Champs, I did the bare minimum of work for that today, which is basically just creating a forked copy of the repository. So I'm going to need to change code 1 to maybe like fix the color things. Maybe I can get around it, maybe I can't. 2 to get rid of every single assumption that says the points can never decrease. This could actually be quite complicated, because there's a lot of magic that stuff like Nestor Champs and Norm do. Okay, I just want the Tetris. 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 No, man. I was going to be the first player to enter Club Neg me. Yeah. Another thing that NTC needs to do... Okay, there we go. Is that it needs to be able to detect that minus sign. So I'm gonna have to take a look into like basically every single way that it does OCR, because there are several. And then while we're doing this, then maybe we add some custom animations. Like maybe we make it so that the score number flashes red anytime you you lose points. Maybe make it so that like it displays like basically what this top out screen is doing. Dude, why is it so hard? Hey, Jake. What are you expecting the high end of scoring to be on this after playing for a while? I have no clue, because that depends on 29, and I haven't gotten anything close to what could be a decent run on that. So maybe something like 1.4, I think would be really hype. People also tend to like underperform like slightly at my tournaments, so like combination of like different environments and different ROM hack. I'm not gonna like make any crazy predictions. The other thing to keep in mind, I don't know how many of you saw this, but level 18 is now 100 lines. Yeah, there will be 39 DKS. Because I think that means that we can save an extra few minutes per match, and that might add up if we're just like trying to like go through like so many matches. Go through like a ton of matches throughout an entire day. Would a center roll strategy help? You still need to get pieces to the left and the right when you do center roll. I think theoretically left well might actually be good for this because you're not, because it forces bars to be 5 taps, but you're otherwise not making a ton of 5 taps if everything goes well. This is honestly a Markram question because thinking about where the piece centers lie is like a pushdown question. All right, pushdown, they care about the X. Here we care more about the Y. If somebody got a normal rollover normally, it would be about 1.2. Probably, yeah. My best run from last week, where I was really only testing 18 to 28, I think I choked a max out into level 29. And the messed up part was that I was using DAS. And it was my best score of the session by far. I think the main thing stopping the penalties right now from like being even harsher than they are as they currently stand is that like my DAS is quite good. So that is throwing off my expectations for a typical DAS versus typical roll should be for like most players. And I want to make it so that like on average DAS will be roll in the kill screen more often. This is built with the Nest File, yeah. The first like large ROM hack to be built using this. So far, I'm not entirely convinced that it is actually better than using raw assembly. Because I am spending a lot of time on a lot of the parts. And like the main idea was to save time, but like like the menu code was really the worst. And it always is the worst. Like that's the worst thing. I've had to make custom menus for like every single ROM hack, Boston ROM hack, and I've done this like several times, and it's always hard each time, and I don't know why because it really shouldn't be. Oh, what's going wrong, man? Is this ROM public yet? No, but I could make it public pretty soon. Like, it's been a matter of, like, I do not want to release this when it could be misleading to people who want to, like, get an early starts on practicing things. And I want to have, like, all the practice features enabled before I do, and at this point, it's basically all there. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see. I was actually thinking, Hydrants, about making the official kill screen smooth gravity. But another point is that I want people who like don't have the ability to practice with a specific hack to like not be like horribly disadvantaged. So sticking with conventional stuff is good for this means. I really like the concept as like a way to like give DAS more fighting chance at like early level 29 stages. And yeah. How many points were you using from exhaustion and dash? Not, I feel like 8,000 is the one example I can remember, and like I break dash a lot compared to most people because of adjustments. And with full rolls, like consistently like in the hundreds of thousands. $8,000 and how many lines? This was a full. This was up to 28. Like, it is possible that I'm grossly overestimating how good people are at dash too. So. Maybe I ask people to beta test this and they post their scores. And it's different from what I expect. Oh my gosh. Skill swap best strategy, pretty much. You don't get dinged for wall charges either. And that's because wall charges don't reset deaths. So yeah, the formal rule is that anything that resets dash loses points. And it's like, like switching directions during entry delay, that's fine because you're not losing dash that way, you're just changing when there's no piece control. And same deal with wall charges. Quick taps do lose dash. Or do lose points. And it's because they lose dash. What about the audio? Adjust for a sec. Oh my god. I'm not charging my computer. One sec. This is so hard. There we go. If you tuck at the lowest possible point, you would lose dash, less points. Yeah. You could just talk at the correct, yeah. So hard. I wanted to include an animation like this for the cursor for a while now, and I just never got around to it for some reason. It wasn't even all that simple. This is one of the things where having NestFab was super nice. It was just easier. Oh, dude, I can't hit these taps. Some of these taps, man. Having the arrows point away from the numbers is an interesting choice. It's how I've done it the past couple times, I think. I thought like it represent like you press up to like cycle them, but maybe that's not standard. In which case, like I'm changing it. That is an easy detail. Could also use character RAM and update the title in RAM. What is this for? Making the arrow tiles update on the cycle. Well, what you have to, the way that I'm doing it now is like quite simple actually, quite simple like compared to like what I thought it would take, because they're sprites, and with sprites you can specify X and Y coordinates easily. I'm just updating that, but there is something I think just like tangibly like psychologically different about like changing a couple lines of code versus like adding like another like 10 rows of assembly. Because the 10 rows of assembly isn't doing much, it's not even taking up that much space, it just feels like a lot. There's not how I think to do it. Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to just play on 18. And just like it's practice. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Here's a counter that's literally the only purpose is like compare it to value, and if it equals value, then toggle state. You can just use using the actual frame counter. I tried this at first. The issue with that was that the best way to like easily check for like repeated cycles is to make the cycle like a power of 2. And just for my eye test, 64 frames per for states was too slow, 32 was too fast, so I picked 48. And checking every 48 frames for something large that already exists and is just like kind of counting forever is annoying, so I found it easier to make a second variable. And just add 1 to the variable anytime I cross 48, just set it to 0. There's got to be a way to do 48 from the counter. I think it would just take more work. I'm trying to go a little slower to see if I can lose fewer points that way. Are you serious? Not like this? Is the run going to be made public? Yeah, pretty soon, I think, actually. I think all of like the obvious bugs have been ironed out. Oh, that's kind of lame. So I think it's just a matter of putting double kill screen in and then sharing the IPS. And all of this can be done from my Discord, by the way. ! Discord for more information. I missed water. What is that? So even if you could, the counter is the counter's 2 bytes, I think. Yes, we lost a lot on this. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you can see 100 line transition. Why does this feel harder than last time? Oh, dang it. I think I'm gonna blame it on pants. Like these pants are like so slippery that I can't get a stable grab. I suppose now is not. Yeah. You thought that if you roll, you would absolutely drain your score. It's like 75k points per 100 lines. Yeah, pretty much. I could make it higher, but like I want good DAS games to be rewarded. The problem with this is that I think a lot of the like the idea is to give a buff to like the pure DAS mains, but I think a lot of the pure DAS mains who would be coming still like top out pretty early. So roll probably just wins based off attrition at that point. And I don't want to make the penalties like too harsh because it could affect everyone. So here, you know what? I'm just gonna go with DAS. I feel like actually playing the game, and we can sort of see how this compares. Oh, we're off to a great start. So yeah, those are a couple of extra inputs that's you wouldn't get if you weren't going for adjustments with DAS. Yeah, higher hertz is more points, and you'll always be able to see the table on the level select screen. And yeah, you gotta learn how to deal with it. But the thing is, like, you won't be able to complain about something being unfair for your playstyle any more than like DAS players can complain about how unfair it is that they have to play DAS and rollers can just get away with anything. Because regardless, there is always a there is one like singular strategy that is optimal, and that is be good at both playstyles and switch between them depending on which one you need. Push down points. Oops. Doesn't end up being like that consequential. Yeah. Tepaz Warriors. You want to know what the real exhaustion challenge is? Trying to get the lowest score possible. It kind of sucks. Going for low score, yeah. $22,500 scores funny. Do a quick $25 bounty on the lowest score of the tournament. No, but it's so degenerate. It is so degenerate, and I think it might actually harm the players. Like, to be completely unambiguous, let me give a demonstration of what this looks like. Or just like, I don't know if this is faster or not, but Like, I'm already tired. And you know how long, like, true, like, long game attempts can be. Oh yeah, I do have to fix the score bug, I guess. Right now, oh my god, I'm actually exhausted. I'm just gonna get to like 800 really quick. Oh my god. Yeah. The thing with butterfly is that you can alternate buttons, and it still counts because you're breaking dash. Okay. Yeah. Here's the table. So the idea is that with dash, you're penalized in very few situations. With roll, you're penalized in a lot of situations, basically every situation. And with tap, you are also penalized, but not as much because the bonus penalties don't really kick in until you really go. So there's like a bit of balancing, but oh, just like the fact that like 20 and 30 hertz, you lose more. I need to fix that behavior. That is not good. You still see vulnerability? What is the vulnerability? Still dash seems punished in what sense? Yeah, here, let me show you what dash looks like. Okay, so those, I was tapping there, so I lose, but... Tapping or rolling over 10 hertz. Yeah, I think you definitely are misunderstanding something. Okay, no, I don't want to continue this game. So yeah, there's also this like kind of like small meta where I don't know how many people will actually care to do this, but if you don't want to lose any points in the opener, you dead drop. So yeah, that quick tap cost me points, obviously. But because that should be happening like extremely rarely, it's all good. The other thing that you can do is that you can hold left or right before you start the game, and that will carry over. So let me demonstrate. Okay, here. Okay, I've clearly lost dash. And now let's say like I have a feeling that I want to start on the left side. So I hold left, and then I press start, and there you go. And then if you're really slick, what you do is you can red fireball if you want to change your mind later. I think the strategy for that is you hold down as the piece spawns, and then from down you fireball, like you half fireball to like either left or right once you see the move to adjust. Yeah. And yeah, Crab, this, so I run a regional event in Boston where every year we try out a different formats. And a few months ago, I came up with the idea for this one, and it is now effectively finished, and it's my personal favorite out of the ones that I've done so far. So I think the coolest part about it that we haven't even discussed, at least with Ucrab, is that the optimal strategy is not roll, but the optimal strategy is also not DAS. And it is because when you reach level 29, it becomes actually better to like stay alive and try and score points. So the optimal strategy is hybrid. And yes, that means that me, the original hybrid truther, was so butthurt about losing that argument that I made an entire ROM hack and spent 5 years becoming the best player in the world at one point, just so I could prove my points. Hybrid players are real. T-Time, you should pull up to Boston. You watch my CT1? They were great, honestly. Oh, thank you. What's in Boston? My tournaments, January 3rd to 4th, with an asterisk on the January 3rd date, because the school still has not told us whether we can use a classroom on January 3rd. I asked them like maybe a month and a half ago, and they were like, oh, just like actually submit an official request, but I didn't want to submit an official request at the time because we didn't have club stuff figured out, and we had to like go through a bunch of different clubs. So Reason, yeah. Yeah. No, it's a bit of an. I know that I've gotten this out super late. I really wish we were earlier. I think we lose people over this, but it is what it is. Yeah, at the very least, I think flights are up. We lost some points there. I think flights are fine. How does it work again? Basically, okay, so I'm tapping. You can see me tapping these. And every time I tap, I lose 100 points. And there is an additional penalty if you tap at really fast speeds. Oh, yeah, it is related to Boston. This is the ROM hack that we're going to be using for the Boston tournament. Yeah, not public yet. I could release it tonight, honestly, but I think it might be better to like space out announcements so like things do not get drowned. Things do not get drowned out. The Red Bull thing. So the American finals, I think, has not actually even happened yet, or like might be happening this week, next weekend, or something. Dubai thing happens later. I will not be playing in that. I honestly both forgot to play Red Bull and also did not want to play Red Bull. US finals is this weekend. It does this weekend mean like 5 days from now? Oh god, why am I so off? Feels like everything is late. So yeah, 3,000 points for the entire run, and like a roller will get that in like 10 seconds. Okay. I suppose. Yeah, let's try out seeds. Okay, so JOS Justice. Justice. JOSTIS. Justice. Okay. January 3 to 4th. So yeah, the idea is that it's like potentially during a lot of people's winter breaks. So this is how we could potentially bag Scooty and Alex. How's it going, ACT student? You should pull up to the Boston. You should pull up to the Boston tournaments, January 3rd to 4th. Extremely last minute notice and everything, but we will be trying our hardest to make something happen there. Flights are so expensive. Oh, this is Das. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. My recent experience with like the flights that I've been taking is that according to the Google Flight Tracker, like about a month before is like the sweets. What is that sound? Oh, I'm actually going insane. I heard my alarm clock. My alarm clock tone, and it's like mess with me because I associate like alarm clock with panic. I could still hear it, but like I know it's not like. Okay, I'm actually going insane. That's crazy. Spirit is 435. Oh my god. 2 months before is optimal for domestic. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Here, I want to actually check flight trackers. So, what does this look like? Wait, when are you flying in? Because I'm looking up like Las Vegas to Boston, and I see a minimum of 264 from JetBlue. Oh, it's so trippy. And you know what? I'm okay. Yeah, the flight's also like pretty bad, but does it show history? Yeah. Am I familiar with the Mandelbrot set? I don't have deep knowledge of it, but I know what it is. Oh, I'm on seed. Yeah, you're right. Okay, and then I also added a command to do a plus select. Oh, that's right. I need to also implement the instructions. Another thing that I had is that the top panel, the one that only says like left L/R to move, I'm gonna have it like cycle between a bunch of different instructions for like how to use this menu. Have I played a Dofi yet? No. I need to get on it, but I'm also like, I don't have any reason to like not be playing Taiko right now is the thing. My goal in the Taiko space right now is to make the US World Cup team, the USA World Cup team in 2027. See, but yeah, that's fair, man. It's more like everyone's situation is bad. I haven't made it like better for things. It'd just be really cool to have you there. Probably not be attending. No. How many people get on that team? It's like 5 now, so it's so hard. But like, it's just like according to like Biscuit and Cheese, and like I really do not know how accurate what they're saying is. Like I have certain skills that are close to competitive, so this year I have no chance for sure because there aren't enough spots. But if I like become an Unreal Act Demon, then like maybe there is justification for like having me in for the early rounds at least. Yeah. And I played cello in high school, but rhythm game is nice because it is like button mashing, and like button mashing is one of the greatest things about classic Tetris, so yeah, that's true, Lucy. I was thinking more about like the days in which I actually improved at the skill. I would not consider college to be anywhere close to that. I can read music, yes. Oh, dude, I'm so bad at Tetris now. Yeah. I think my time truly has come. It's been a good ride. It's been a good ride. I got way further than I could have had any right to, but if Saturday happens for Boston, will you have to come both days to compete? That's correct. We're gonna be trying to do as many of the early rounds on Saturday as possible. Will be awesome to see this in person. Bring the keyboard if you can, because we're gonna be supporting, as the announcement said, we're gonna be supporting all alternative controllers. classic Tetris players streaming with feet tags now. Like, they actually tag the streams with this. I think it is only weird if other people make it weird, so... It is what it is. Oh, you need specific support for ROM hack. I see. It's a cycle-intensive routine. Well, this is fortunately not speed hack, so like the actual logic isn't that cycle-intensive. I would be interested in adding this actually. I think it would be so funny. Is the NES even fast enough to do USB support? Almost certainly not, but thankfully we have the Family keyboard. Do I still plan on grinding that? I've been thinking about this in a while. Like, if you were watching the rolling from earlier in the stream, it was so horrendous. Yeah, I'd be more willing to do trips to regional. It's like that. It's... I don't know. I think one thing we have to remember is that like being able to go to events is still a privilege. And there are like I think there are a bunch of reasons that like it might not be feasible to go to one even if you really want to. Yeah. But they are absolutely something to look forward to, and I will say it is worth like investing like your own personal resources into making that happen. Like especially in the future when you like begin to have more autonomy to like do these kinds of things, like strike out on your own. If there's a device that does the USB ports. Oh, Mari uses speed tag? Oh my goats! It's not serious. I have no concern. I actually had no idea. That's hilarious. Oh, transition. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I really think I should make the penalty worse for rolling. Just because DAS... Like, I had this with the expectation that, like, DAS players can, like, get 900k. Like, fairly consistent. Actually, nah, it's fine. CTUK blurred people's... Yeah, this was... I had not known about this until, like, somebody from the modern Tetris space, like, showed me the clip of this whole... I remember asking Floxay about it, the person who they subjected to that, and apparently, like, it just was a joke for the sake of it. Maybe I think it came off badly, but I don't know. Imagine trying to get the lowest score possible. It is horrible, Jay. It is horrible, Jay. Honestly, it is questionable to be showing people speed. It's a choice, I guess. I don't know. I've never really understood all the stuff associated with that. I'm very aware that it exists. Thank you for not insta-banning me. I would appreciate if you hold off from like some of the like flavor of comments that have caused bans in the past, because I do agree with them, but this is decent conversation, so no reason to do so now. That shit's in the past? Okay. Cordial and Black, cool. Fine by me. Do I know what indexing is? I don't think I do. Do I play modern guideline games? I play Geastris more than I play Classic now. But I only play the single player mode, so it is survival and 40-line sprints. I've been doing really well. I've been doing so well in 40-line sprints, by the way. I have an 1802 now. Is 1 KFS 1 key finesse? No, but I have been following Fort's progress on it. I will learn. I may learn it someday. I like the concept of it, but I still want to try and max out like my current playstyle. Mainly because I just enjoy the process of going for attempts more so than like the actual like getting good runs. So there's no reason for any change because. Oh, it's 1,000 Firemen? My C2 goats. My JC goats. Is this, are you talking Clone Hero ICX? Or is this for, Adelphi? Okay, yeah, then that's right index, left index, right middle. Oh, to, like, interleave them? Is that, do people do that? How many pieces slices for $7? I think like 3 at least. Like the point is for me to not make a profit on the pizza, but for it not to be like a total loss. Because like last year, like that was a huge cost. Just like the food prices. And for some more context, the reason we're not doing it on Saturday is 1, I do not know if Saturday will exist, and 2, I also don't. We're also like kind of limited to 1 classroom this year for reasons, and I don't think we're allowed to have food in there anyways. And like requesting food will be like doing additional paperwork that's I really do not want to handle. Yeah. So the nice thing about the room that we're gonna have for Sunday is that we've actually upgraded. We've upgraded to a room that is larger, and you're allowed to have food in there. So what this means is that we can have like side tables that like just like literally have pizza. There's gonna be like a ton of like open space to, like for like shenanigans, which in a Space City was very cool and a big motivation for why we wanted stuff now. We wanted to like upgrade the space here. If Saturday doesn't exist, then you're more likely... So I can't guarantee this, Jay. The other thing is that if Saturday doesn't exist, there might be other things too. It's just... If you're okay with like it's coming to attend and not necessarily competes, then I think Sunday only could also work. But that's also just going to be really tough for us. Uni room booking for an event is very annoying. Yeah, it's pretty annoying for us as well. Like, especially the big events. Like, ours are, like, unorthodox and, like, exactly the wrong way to, like, increase the paperwork that we have to fill out by a lot. When I say paperwork, I mean, like, online forms, but... Yeah. Another thing that complicates things for us is that we are like having people under 18 attend and like interact, and there's like extra forms that we have to fill out and also extra restrictions on the events. And the most important one is that there have to be 2 MIT students present in every single room that we're hosting, or every single room that will have minors, pretty much. And this is a safety concern, and it is very valid and very reasonable. But the issue is that we're also holding it on January 3rd, 4th. And January 3rd, 4th is special because this is right before school starts up for us, so there's not going to be that many people around the campus area. Do you run background checks? Yes. Yes, that's part of the process. And yeah. And that is fortunately taken care of by the school free of charge. They are nice like that. And I think all of the students that we are having for volunteers are people who have actually already gotten background checks because they've helped out for similar events around campus. You guys start... Oh. Do we start our semester? So we actually technically start our semester in February, but January we have like a month that's kind of like in between semesters. So during this month we call it the Independent Activities Period, also known as IAP. You can choose to stay at home during January. It is completely valid, completely optional to go. Well, a lot of people do that, but people will go to campus in spite of that. Like, 1, just to like be around friends. 2, because they offer very small classes. These are classes that only last like 3 weeks, but you can still get school credit for them. So this was relevant for me in my sophomore year because I needed to take a language in order to graduate, or take the equivalent of a language in order to graduate. And I really didn't want to take a language, so I thought, oh, I can get the credit that I need in only 3 weeks instead of an entire semester. And then while I was there... Oh, no, it was the year after that we did the first boss game. Laval, Vandy, thanks for the raid. What you're seeing right now is that I am testing a brand new ROM hack that I have created. And it will be used in the upcoming Boston 3 parody, as some of us are calling it, which is my Tetris regional that I'm hosting on January 3rd to 4th of next year, which is 2026. And I think I said 2025 when I was first drafting up the announcements, because I'm still not used to the fact that we're getting old. So you might notice that this ROM looks like normal Tetris, but you can see there's a pretty noticeable difference. Look at what's happening to the score right now. So you can see that it was going down, and that was because I was pressing the button. And the soft explanation is that any button press, and any left or right button press loses points. The actual explanation is that it's any left or right button press that resets the DAS counter. Oh, so this is actually 600k transition pace. That's pretty good. So yeah, starting dash when the piece has like fallen down a bit in the board, that will count. So like this. So now think about what happens if you are a roller versus if you are a DAS player. You can see I'm playing DAS right now, and I'm not losing a whole ton of points. It's kind of just every now and then. But if I were to instead switch to roll, which, give me 1 second. Now you can see the effect is much more pronounced. So what this means is that in a typical game, somebody who is only rolling is going to lose close to 200,000 more points than somebody who's only using DAS. $10 a.m. Saturday, not on Sunday. What? In all honesty, we'll probably be starting later. Just because it's historically taken us a very long time to get things set up, and we're trying to do twice as many stations this year as in before. And I'm not looking forward to testing all of those. But on the flip side, because you are being so kind in letting me know about this in advance, I think we could probably mess around with the schedule so that like it could work out for you. Oh my god, dude, why is this so hard for me now? Do I own a Tamagotchi? I do not. Do I think 11 a.m. could work? Since you're telling me this in advance, yes, absolutely. Now, this isn't something I can say for like every single person, but like your circumstances seem pretty pronounced, so. This is basically a DAS supporting mod. It seems that way, but then you reach level 29 and suddenly rolling isn't looking so bad after all. So what it actually is there's actually a hybrid supporting ROM. You have to be good at both DAS and rolling if you want to be the very best. And that's what makes it extra exciting that people like Dog Playing Tetris, Pixelandy, and Blue Scooty have all expressed interest in attending, all of whom are experts in both playstyles. That's assuming people get to 29. Yeah. That's assuming people can handle the grip switch. But you can also choose to roll if you're worried about that. You'll just need to accept that you'll be losing a lot of points. Is this going to be a staggered roll? It's looking like it, that's... Like, the person I did not mention who might be going is Alex Thatch. Now, none of this is confirmed. Alright, especially because I haven't even actually announced it to the CTWC Discord yet. We're doing that tomorrow. People do still tap these days. One of the best tappers is Aaron, and he'll be, Aaron will be going. So this is another thing that I forgot to mention. We're going to be doing trivia as our side event this year. Jeez, wait, what? Is the first input lose points? Yeah, absolutely. But there are some ways to do around this. So one thing you can do, if you'll notice that with openers, most people like to go left for their piece. So I'm going to hold left on the menu screen and then press start. And look at that, I haven't lost points. He memes and... Oh, when you said cheese boy, I thought you meant cheese fish. I forgot about the other... The other cheeses. No, that kid who pours cheese. Is this how you think of Alex Thatch? First input is auto 100, unless you make it before the game starts. And then from there, it's just normal deaths. Ooh. 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 Okay. Yeah. Let me take a look. You got 3 ads, but you want me to do a Metafractal? I'll find some way around it, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, I honestly think releasing this to the public is the move. Because I don't feel like I'm getting good data on this because I can't play the game well. Yeah, Cole, that's correct. Is JD on Rollier? Yeah. I don't know if he's played all that much recently. I haven't been really keeping up, but he's getting some nice scores. Did I get Rebirth on Tetris? I'm sure you would have known about it if I did. I wonder if he's lived like 20 minutes away from the CWC for the past 2 years. And just like forgets to show up for all of them. Or just doesn't want to. I want to meet him, man. He's like the last major person I haven't met. He plans to. He always says he plans to. He plans to. Every single year. Every single year I become helpful, and every single year I'm overcome with anguish. Oh my god, why is it so hard? We clown on people for like saying like they're retiring from game because it seems so inevitable that they will return and then it won't be like a soft retirement. But like honestly, I can't help but understand the desire of like I will be done forever. The whole like never again type of thing. Like when you forget about all the like the good vibes when you play a game. Most times. Have I been losing points because I've been downstacking? I've ever maxed out with these settings? Yeah. And oh, I should also mention the F99 score that you can see, that's fake. It's actually a negative 700. And that's there because I haven't coded in negative scores yet for like things that are saved. Dude, I can't play like this, man. It's so consistent too. Okay, dig time. Less stress there was in my life when not playing comp. It is kind of nice to like not care about rankings anymore. Beginning of 2024, I cared so much about my stats because like I wanted to be like generationally ahead. That wasn't good enough. No, other people actually are generationally ahead. Yeah. GG, I'm at Adelphi. Yeah. It's less about the quality of the game itself and more the quality about like that I'm improving. Like I do strongly believe that like anything that I say about like getting too old for this game is just a bald-faced lie. Because Taiko will like always be like more physically demanding than whatever this is. And I'm still getting fat. I'm still getting better at that. Like my specialty now in this game, like the thing that like I'm good enough to rival top players in Taiko is the mode that is like basically reacting as fast as possible. Like I'm supposed to be the old person who like has like aging, declining physical traits, and yet I can still beat people on reaction time. Am I winning? No, it's been a bit of a struggle, Ace. Pokemon in, by the way. You ain't old. It's weird though, because can we know? I am effectively the person who is like who is the test for this boundary. Do we know at what age people start getting worse at high-level Tetris. There's certainly an age where people stop improving. I think I've well cleared that. Never seen negative scores before. That was impressive. Yeah, this is a custom custom mod for Tetris that I'm gonna be using for regional tournaments. This stream is like kind of just like testing it out. I'm pretty happy with how it's performing overall, though I haven't gotten like any good data because I keep dying. Why do I think there's an age between? Because older people are slower. That is unfortunately the reality of the world. Ratchet, you should take a look at the score, see if you notice anything funny happening. I guess Melee is a good contemporary, and like Mango H-Blocks are still like extremely good. And they're like probably towards the upper end of like the age for like professional esportsers. Sudoku does not decrease over a long time? Okay. Yeah, another like part of the narrative is that like one time where like I was saying that like my wrists were like feeling really bad after like this one match, and then everybody took it to mean that I was having injury concerns until the end of time, and like Vandy still like repeats this. But like what happened for like those instances is that I like went rock climbing for the first time in a while, and so like of course my like wrists were like sore. Water, that is a great idea. 1 second. Yeah. Right. No, I think there's absolutely technique to it. I don't think people. I don't think there are people who will like have hand pain regardless if they try to roll. But on the other hand, at least when it comes to like modern, like I've also been like kind of dealing with the idea of like where my limits are when it comes to modern Tetris, because for the past like 4 or 5 years, I've basically played at least one game of 40-line sprint once a day. And I have been at a very, very sharp speed ceiling for a while now. On the other hand, I've recently begun to like reach beyond that speed ceiling after like genuinely like 2 years of seeing no improvement and not really changing all that much. Knuckling is not the meta. I think you guys will change rolling abilities. I don't know. From some perspectives, I've already lost most of mine. like past coming up in 2 years right now. I will forever be compared to January through March 2024, and I've never gotten close to that kind of performance. Honestly, I think I probably peaked summer of 2022. Because that day was the day I got the unrecorded 149 max outs. And even with like years of playing after that, I have never been as consistent on 29 as I was on that day. I was getting like 400k by like 60, 65 lines every single attempt that made it that far, and that was crazy pace. So I just kept playing, and I didn't start recording for some reason because I thought it would like maybe mess with my flow. And then I got the max out, and it was the craziest thing. And it took years for anybody to match that, and I never could. My performance against Dog in March this year, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Going by numbers, arguably I've been overestimating my earlier performance because I did well against Scooty. I had games go reasonably far into kill screen. I was ahead for some of the kill screens and then was overcome. Yeah, see, it literally is technique. It's technique, it's like controller pads. These are new pads that I swapped in for Dash Championship, for Jonas Cup. And I did not... I've not played a lot of rolling on this, so... Obviously I will need to try harder. But it's also, like, kind of freeing, because I don't feel like I have to be going for this. I don't feel like I'm playing roll purely so that I can test out this ROM. But other than that, there's nothing else. Like this is the great thing. Nobody expects anything of me anymore. I can do whatever I want. And, like, it is, like, somewhat sad for me in some cases, but also it feels pretty good in others. Have I tried padless yet? I have. Yeah, they've been making improvements on it for sure. I don't think I will ever switch. Mainly just out of principle, out of stubbornness. Probably stay with this controller until I die. And I think it is good for the scene to show that you do not need the fancy controller. If you do not want to, or, like, at the very least, it's not like a requirement to get in order to, like, continue improving. Same argument with, like, the Wooten keyboard Nosu in some sense, or like any, it's like sort of like modded controllers smash any of that. With me and Killscreen or Misdrop, yeah, pretty much. But that's it's mechanics. So how do I fix that? I tried to brain my way through it. I think I had the best understanding of rolling out of anybody in the community. It doesn't really help me. I believed for a long time that I could become rank 1 again. And that belief was largely because from 2022 to 2023, that literally happened. I don't think that belief is there anymore, but neither so much is the drive for now. Like, can box on head fractal. You're for the FGC method or just allowing anything? I think I'm generally for this as well, but it's also like such a big slippery slope can of worms type of thing. I don't think you ever wanted to be rank 1. I can believe that. I certainly did. I thought about it so much. And then, like, I had it. I unambiguously had it at multiple points. And then it was cool, but it was never the answer. On the other hand, I don't really think anything is ever the answer. That's all kind of a wash. The answer is moving to Denmark. It's actually hilarious. You wouldn't know this, but my roommate's there right now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks for like being interesting in chat. Very glad that you've chosen to say this. I think there are some people who might like have like irreparable grievances against you. I would not blame them, but I've never been the kind to like hold grudges for too long to a fault potentially. So yeah. I don't know, it's classic Tetris. I think. I don't know. I should not be speaking about this. I think I lacked a lot of context in some certain areas. Oh, Zem, while you're here, if you are still here, how difficult do you think it would be to support multi-viewer plus emulator for anybody who wants to use emulator? How's it going, Sonic? dedicated. I mean, I was thinking people bring their own computer. We watch them load in the ROM. We trust that there is no bad play. There is cameras. Oh, I was thinking Zenpro. I know that Nestor Champs has emulator supports. Then that could go to a multi-viewer as easily as a console. Okay. I wonder. I'm a bit hesitant to like say this is an option like right now. I guess just because if it is a ton of extra overhead. The logistics of getting a random person's computer working with NTC. Theoretically, it's the most accurate thing there could be if we use the native handlers. Because with emulator, you can do memory watch. Provide a ROM like the Jonas Cup or something. Yeah, that was the idea. And like they'd be using my they'd have to use my hack anyways. It would be pretty obvious if they weren't. So network is going to be a much larger noise. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, yeah, I think I shall decide that we should not be spending resources figuring out how to make this work because we're going to be busy enough as it is. Yeah, Vet, you commented on my technique before. How does it look now? Like, does it, like, I think you, like, always focused on, like, how much my fingers were moving. Remove as many unknowns as possible. Yeah. Somehow introduce input lag. Yeah, that's fair. Right now, I think the issue is that the thumb, if I can consistently engage my thumb to be doing a lot of the work, then... The unknown's a real kill. Yeah, for sure. Or, oh, I think it's that. You know what? I've decided something. I don't want to play Tetris anymore. Let's play Taiko. We're playing Taiko, guys. We're playing Taiko. Can you believe it? Just a week away. The mod abuse. Okay. Let's get this up and running. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, move to Osu. There we are. Okay, yeah. This is what I've been watching. It's great. This is the coding space. And now if I unplug this, the stream's still live. Excellent. Okay. He uses Arch, by the way. Okay. Okay, so keyboard. Now I need to figure out where I put my headphones. I think I put it in a backpack, so go grab that. OMG, here. And then, oh, we gotta get the desktop audio up.
Welcome to us.
So I'm so scared about speaking. Okay, and now I'm gonna pull up chat on my phone, which is almost dead, so we turn on settings, timeouts. 30 minutes. Okay, how is everything by the way? Can you hear me? Can you hear game? Oh, it's only 6.5 now, wow. Your dad, Derek, okay, is crazy. Star greater than 7. If Saturday is confirmed soon, yeah, we'll work on that. It's kind of out of my control now, though. Do that in a bit. Okay, no, I can't play this. Okay. Not Tetris, but Osu. I don't think I have Quiet Water even. Oh my god. QZ Kago Requiem. Search that up, I guess. Okay, here, let me something else. Let me check that I can okay. Okay.
Wait a minute!
Any of these guys know any rappers? Looks to be quite popular. I don't know if any of these are rappers I know. I've at least heard this guy's name before. Derek.
Wait a minute!
Oh, Tatsuki Matt, let's go! Probably gonna murder me, but... Oh, this is Love, too! barely pass. Oh, wrong scene. Oh, I forgot the sentence. Okay, oops, my bad. Okay, this was the play. Okay. This has been an incredible 3.5 minutes. Oh my god, okay, you guys are just... I kind of want to... No. Tetris song. Okay, I can't play this. How do I have it back? I can do that. What on earth was the chat Squidward? Oh yeah, I think it was actually called Sigma. I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if I could do better at this now. Oh. Probably better accuracy at least. Tetris, and they're all staffing in ref and tournaments, and they all cast Tetris. Yeah, pretty much. shit! Oh wait, that's like really good. Oh my god. Konosuke or Rentaro Soma, possibly. Oh wait, that's crazy improvements. Yeah. I wonder how that compares to Kat had some like really messed up scores on this. I think I might be close to hers, but not like higher. Yeah, wait. Let me pose. No, I don't wanna leak this part. I'll do it later. Okay. What was it? Konosuke? Here, let me search. Okay, no Konosuke. This one's ranked. As a... okay, yeah. So yours is probably higher. That's crazy. Yeah, I got an 880. Okay. Okay, I suppose I'm like nice like that. No, it was a mono! It was a mono! Oh, that aqua's kind of good, too. Wait, what was my score guy? Here, wait. Here, let me go back to it. 884? Oh my god! Are we sure this is the same map? Okay, I guess I'm nice. Wait, I don't know, it didn't feel that space for some reason. Or it's that dense. bitch, for real. Good night, thanks for watching. I'm feeling just like kind of tired overall, so I don't know if I'll be up for much longer. Why did I play this? Oh, this is part of Young and Cool, so I'll save that for later in the week. Oh, I want to play through this map just because it is like maybe my favorite, the best FCI I've ever done. Okay. Sasakura. Okay, yeah. The Raptor's pretty fun. Wait, I beat the Vectum? What the fuck? This is a good map. Okay, no, I'm not starting like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it must be a different map, but I don't know. slow down. I didn't know it slowed down. I didn't know it slowed down. Oh, that was almost first SC. That map is cool. That would have been cool. It was not meant to be. Dude, the accuracy just plummeted at the end. Here, wait. Was this the song? I guess, yeah. I did feel there were some spots that could improve. So let's see if it's a fluke. Oh, I didn't read. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can see how it's hard, but... Huh. It's not... I don't know. It doesn't feel that bad compared to, like, some of the other... other slow HGs I've had to play. Cool map. Let's play more together. You two guys. much better, man. Okay. Okay. Dude, I still feel like I'm choking on this, but it's better app at least. Be tired though. Guess I'll just play through all the COE. That Glove Dash music is so good. Ending is so hard. So close! Okay. Trolled a bit on the accuracy, and especially in the early stages, but that miscount is not as good as this one, but... Okay, still very good. Okay. Let's see how well I can play this now, and then this will be the last one. This song is beautiful. was looking at my chat. Oh my god. I missed. I missed. That was good. Oh my god, 72 misses. No, but that's such an improvement over my other runs. Like, look at this. Look at the difference in accuracy. Like 100 less goods. It felt like I was hitting a lot more than the miss difference does. Too. I think this was a hit. Apparently this was a hit. I'm insane. I'm insane. Okay. That was like way better than the last attempt. Okay. That was a difference of 3 months. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think we ended here. Let's look for somebody to raid. Who's live? Who's live? Kirby 703. Playing any dash. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Fun. Take care.